Hi, and welcome to another episode of Spill the Cha. Breaking out all those Asian norms.
Yes.
So today, our topic is going to be relationships and divorce, marriage, and everything that comes with it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'm Sharon.
And I'm Susan.
And we have both had incredibly different journeys in terms of relationships.
We have.
So Susan, you've had it quite solid. You've been one of the lucky ones. Prince Charming and all that, and, you know, sweeping you off your feet.
So cliche.
Yeah, I know. But it's good though. We like a good cliche. You know, it gives the rest of us hope that, yeah, there's something out there.
Oh, thanks. I'll take that.
Yeah, take it. Yeah,
So,
own that. Take it and own it. You deserve it. You know, Dom played a good part in it as well. Well done. Takes two to tango and all that.
No, it's all me. It's all me.
You? Yeah, I believe you.
No, kidding.
Yeah, I do believe you.
I know I have been very lucky. So yeah, in terms of relationships with me, so I'm married myself, and
Married to yourself, or
married to myself, only myself.
Yeah. It's the best way.
It's the best relationship ever.
Best relationship ever.
Exactly.
The best relationship you can have is with yourself.
There you go.
Love yourself.
Preach. That's it.
Yeah.
Love yourself.
Love yourself first.
Thanks, Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Maybe we should bring him in on our podcast.
We should.
Let's see his view on it.
Hey, if you're watching, Bieber, congratulations on your wedding, but, you know, come on out.
Yeah. Come roll with us. Roll with us on Spill the Cha. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I suppose I met my husband when we were in high school. I've known him since we were younger. We met at a martial arts class. His dad teaches martial arts. I think we started...
Not cliche at all.
Not cliche, no. It's like...
Chinese takeaways and, you know, martial arts teachers.
There you go. Another one. Oh, breaking down the stereotypes, man.
I know, man. We are bringing the house down with these stereotypes, for real. It's all good. Go on. I'll stop interrupting you.
Okay. So, yeah, we met at a martial arts class and we just became family friends. Like every Chinese New Year, every so often we would go to each other's houses and just kind of hang out with each other's families. And mid to end of high school, we decided to get together. And, you know, 18 years down the line, we've been married for 8 years.
That's crazy.
So yeah, pretty.
Take it back. So you went to martial arts class together, yeah. How did you start flirting with each other? Did you like start punching each other in the face?
I just knocked him out.
Yeah? Full
blown sparring, knock him out straight to the head. Concussed him a little, so he kind of.
So you swept him off his feet. My girl.
Didn't know what was coming.
You didn't know what hit him.
There you go. Kind of kicked a couple of, messed up a little brain cells in him so he can think that I'm good.
Yeah.
Good catch. Sorry, dog.
And he knows that he can't mess with you.
There you go. Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Maybe that's the secret. Maybe we all need to go to martial arts classes and hook up with people there, and the guys know that you can't mess with them.
There you go.
It's a little bit of fear. Every time they even look at another woman or think about cheating or like disrespecting you in any way, they'll just remember you karate chopping that board. Like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe not.
Time to step back. Well, it's funny. My sister actually said to me, well, I suppose it should be pretty solid relationship then, because he's seen you at your worst. She said to me, I would hate for someone to see me fully sweaty and red and out of breath and just in the worst state possible. So she's like, well, I guess he was blind in some aspects because, he thought you were attractive when you were full head to toe sweating. So,
well,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's probably me on a rake. Like,
when
I'm walking down up a hill or something, or like when I'm running down to the station. If I was to ever bump into someone, they're just gonna see me like full on walking past, hot, red, sweaty, probably pissed off about something.
Waiting to karate chop you.
I know, but but marriage is about warts and all. Relationships are about kind of like accepting that person for
exactly. I think he had no choice as well, so
yeah.
But no, I've been very lucky. It's been very I don't know, some people say very cliche how our relationship panned out. Loads of other people will say, oh, this is, you know, your first serious relationship, first relationship, full stop. Are you sure this is the one? I suppose that question gets brought up a lot, as well as, oh, well done, congratulations. I think in terms of Chinese culture or culture in general, it is very traditional. So you meet, you kind of go out, then you get married. I think the next stage would be to have kids. So I suppose I would be following what the norm would be.
Yeah.
Whereas you've taken a completely different route.
Yeah, I did. I followed that traditional route. Originally, kind of meeting someone, the same caste, same religion.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was a must. For
So
our family.
explain to me this whole caste thing, because I just recently found out that, I have known caste systems, but it's pretty serious in terms of who you go out with and who you marry. And
I think it's kind of, again, you know, in the initial podcast, we're talking, you know, our intro, we're talking about how everything's diluting now.
Yes.
And I think it is moving towards that now. People are caring about it less, but it was quite prominent for us growing up, you know, still in our family as well. It's kind of like, no, you kind of, you stick to what you know, you stick to, you know, your own kind of thing. And it has to be Sikh, it has to be Jat, it has to, you know, and all those kind of things. I did it, but, you know, it didn't work out. I think we just about made it through a year, just over a year. You know, breaking out of that was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
You know, like it's like a distant memory. I've been single longer than I've ever been married. I've been single for it was 3 years ago. It's 3 years this month.
Gosh, has it been 3 years?
It's been 3 years.
That's whizzed by.
It's gone so fast. But, you know, it's like a greatest blessing as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's made me the person that I am today.
Yeah.
It showed me the strength that I had. You know, I wrote a book about it.
Yes.
So, you know.
What's the book about? What's it called?
Grow and Glow, Breaking Through a Breakup. I mean,
and where can you find that?
That's on Amazon.
There you go. Guys, check it out. It's a really personal,
Kindle edition.
in-depth insight. It's actually really, really raw and vulnerable. So I suggest you all go read it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It felt very, very vulnerable. I think that's the most vulnerable I've ever felt when I hit that publish button.
Yeah.
I kind of hit it and just went to bed.
Well done. No, seriously.
I didn't even tell anyone.
Super proud of you.
I didn't even tell anyone that I've written a book and published it. I just went, yeah, done.
There you
go.
go.
Sleep now.
Wake up. It never happened.
Yeah, I know. And it did actually feel a bit like that. But then I had, like, you know, got pushed to kind of post it out a little bit. And the response was overwhelming. It was nice. It was really nice to have feedback from people, you know, saying they could relate to it. And in actual fact, you know, that it made them feel better about, you know, having gone through a divorce. Because obviously for Asians, divorce is such a taboo.
It is.
You know, you think your pond of fish is small when you're trying to find someone the same caste and religion as you. Forget when you're divorced, because then people think, oh, you're divorced, you can only marry another divorcee or a widower or something like that, you know. But and you'll be surprised how many people will just be like, oh, you're divorced. Still.
Even now, even in London?
now, but it's not as bad.
Okay,
it's not as bad as it was, like, or it could have been. But if you go to traditional Asians, the ones that your family want,
okay, so more within your community than
within the community,
than the external public.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I think it just depends. Everyone's different at the end of the day.
Yeah,
everyone is different, but you know, it is a little bit like, oh.
So let's take it a little bit further back in terms of you meeting, you know, your ex. Was it a traditional way? Was it, I don't know, is it an arranged?
No.
Did you meet him? Was he a family friend?
So we actually were friends in primary school, went our separate ways.
Nice. Okay.
And then met at an event I was doing. Then we were just friends. And then, but then our families were still like knew each other like a little bit. So they, like, my mom and his grandma go to the same like religious institution thing. And you know, there were like a couple of suggestions here and there. But actually, when my mum first like said, oh, his grandma kind of insinuated it, I was like, no, that's disgusting. Yeah, I wasn't, I got broken down, actually. And it's true, they say, like, like he was quite persistent in like messaging, calling, and all that kind of stuff, and like, and then but I didn't like him at all. I did not fancy him. I didn't like him, and then like it just broke me down slowly, and then you kind of get into that age where the pressure's mounting up on you settling down, getting married.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, well, how on earth am I going to find someone that's quite westernized like me? Because I'm not your traditional Indian girl, really. No. I mean, my values and principles are, morals are, yeah. I'm quite homely, like I'm all about that life. But in terms of my thinking and mentality, I'm quite open-minded.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, so it was fun trying to find someone on that level, and like he came across like he was, like, you know, he had some bad habits, whatever, but it was, you know, it wasn't all bad. He's quite open-minded as well. Maybe a bit too open-minded. Nudge, wink, wink. But
read the book, guys.
No, I was very careful. I was being really good about it. Inconspicuous me. Anyway, you know, yeah. But it was it was difficult. It was difficult. So I think it was a case of, you know, I just ended up, and also there's so many relationships around us that are not great. You know, and you kind of end up thinking, well, this is normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Arguing is normal.
Yeah.
And this is normal. And that's normal. And actually, no, these things aren't normal. You know, and it took me to come out of that to be like, yo, that is not normal. Why did I ever accept any of that? You know, me standing here now, I would never accept it. I'm like, I look back and I think, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah.
And I've always been a strong-headed girl. But again, like, it's accepting these certain norms, and, you know, like the majority of people around us are just in miserable relationships, getting on with it, plodding through, and you're just like, oh, maybe that's what it's about, but it's not. It really isn't. I mean, and I think, do you know what? I was having this conversation with a group of friends on the weekend. You know, some of them relationships, some of them single, and the single one, I was just like, listen, you need to work on yourself. I was like, you have to go and work on yourself, and only then will you realize your self-worth.
Yeah.
You know, you gain your confidence, your strength, and that's when you'll attract the person that has worked on themselves as well.
Yeah.
And when you've got two people that are whole, they can add to each other's lives. You know, like you can bring value to each other's lives. Whereas when you're like, you know, if one person's got issues and the other one's got issues and they're both bringing the issues to the table, you know, it's a recipe for disaster.
Agreed. And I think people get so confused about who and why they're in that relationship, because a lot of the times, if you are not grounded, or if you're not aware about the foundation of yourself and that relationship you have with yourself, you almost try to conform to what other people expect of the relationship. And then you get lost behind it, and then you figure out, why am I in this relationship? And by the time you figure out that you don't want to be in this relationship, it's too late. And then you think, oh, should I stay in it because that's what I see, or that's what I know,
or that's what I should, or it's expected of me, and what I should do.
Exactly.
You know, like, oh no, God forbid I back out of this marriage and get divorced, and, you know, it's going to be such a big taboo. Like, I'll just be miserable for the rest of my life. But no, that's not what it's about. You know, it's about accepting it. But this is why I think before people get into relationships, they really have to know what they want. 100%. And, you know, make sure you're both on the same page. And if you don't understand yourself, how are you going to understand your partner?
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed.
Like, I think it's very important. And also, it's, you end up following that person and what they want, and maybe conforming.
Yeah.
One of you will always end up conforming. Yeah, and you lose, and then you're going to start resenting them later on in life. You know, life's a long journey. It's like, it's the hardest thing, the longest thing that we do, and we do it with ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So it's so important to find yourself and know who you are, what you want.
And it's never one thing either. It's forever changing as you grow. I think that's one of the biggest things in my relationship is the fact that because we met each other when we were so young, what we wanted at that age changed. And then you go through high school, then you go through uni, then you go through your careers. Every path, every chapter is a new experience, is a new development, is a new way of finding what you want,
so
who you
many
are.
Milestones.
And it's whether or not in a relationship you work it through who you're with and find that compromise, find that balance, find that understanding. Otherwise, you could go the complete opposite way because you are no longer who you are before.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the one thing in my relationship that has been the biggest work is to kind of grow together and
Yeah.
understand each other whilst remaining true to yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's really important to hold.
I agree with you. I think, I definitely agree with you, because you do go through so much change.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to get through that change together. And you can only do that if you're on the same page.
Agreed.
You know, and you're traveling that journey together. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen.
So how did you figure out that your journeys weren't on the same page? Because you guys got married, you had a beautiful wedding, your families were all happy about the fact that you were married off.
Yeah.
And then how did you realize, shit, what have I got myself into?
When shit started going south and nothing was
Fair
normal.
enough. Straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight
And
to the
nothing was
point,
normal.
yeah.
It was, I don't think I even had any marital bliss.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
See, when you were explaining to me, you said it happened so soon after you guys got married that to me, from the outside, everything
Yeah.
looked fine.
Yeah, again, it comes to facade, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, and to be honest with you, I'm very good at making the best out of a bad situation. And I was like, right, I've laid my bed, I have to lie in it now.
Yeah.
So I just got on with it. But
And was that
actually-
because of what you wanted or because of the pressures of what the family and the people around you wanted?
It was the pressures of the family. Like,
Yeah.
what phase can I go? I can't moan now. Like, you know, to spend all this money on a wedding, you know, I kind of almost had to fight a little bit to marry this guy. Because again, it came down to, it was my first relationship. So had I have dated beforehand, maybe had relationships beforehand, I would have known better. But obviously I didn't have that. And again, it's kind of like, oh, is this normal?
Yeah.
And you know, like I'm not very hot at lying, and I kind of told my mum about it pretty soon after we started dating. And obviously because like, and then it was all like, oh, all right then, you know, and it kind of sped up really fast.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
again, it was pressure. It was like, you know, I felt like I needed to move on, I need to settle down, like get married, blah blah. But no, I was like, I think the week before the wedding, I was sitting outside the train station crying my eyes out in my car.
Man.
Yeah.
Before the wedding.
And then afterwards, like in the lead up to the wedding, the preparations are horrible. It was just one-sided. It was all mechanical, one-sided. I felt like there was no effort on that part.
Yeah.
On the other side, and like, you know, there was okay, so we paid for the wedding, and then there was like certain things that they were supposed to do, and
which they didn't pull through.
They didn't pull through with, yeah. And it was, I think it was just it was a constant disappointments. And like, you know, and that's my association to relationship now.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, okay, I'm going to be constantly disappointed.
Yeah.
Or I can't have any expectations. And the thing is, you should never have any expectations from anyone. No one owes you anything. But I think when you're a team and you're getting into a relationship, you know, there's got to be some give and take, and you know, they have to be pretty special. They have to understand your needs and want you to be happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
There's no room for selfishness.
Yeah, there's a compromise.
Yeah, of course.
So what would have been one of the happiest days of your life turned out to
I was
be
numb.
numb.
My pre-wedding,
Wow.
not gonna lie, pre-wedding was brilliant. It was just my family. We had it was like a rave. We made it onto Snapchat London.
There
So
you go.
yeah, we made it onto Snapchat London. But yeah, wedding day, numb. After the wedding, I was just crying the whole time. It was not a great experience, to be honest. And then obviously I was really lucky in the sense that my family pulled me out of there quick.
Oh, and they've been so supportive as
So
well. haven't
supportive.
they?
Obviously, my family being the way they are, it's like, well, we didn't raise you to be an honest doormat.
Yeah.
So they pulled me out of there as fast and as quick as possible. Like, you know, it's like, get out. You're not
Such a
going back.
blessing, yeah.
Yeah, it was. And I look back and I just think, I think, like, you know, I honestly am so grateful for my family.
Yeah.
They couldn't, you know, I could not have asked for like as much support as I got from them. And to the point where, you know, when I came back, it was at my little cousin's wedding. It was just coming up to Christmas. And, you know, we were all together at my uncle's house, and my uncle one of my uncles pulled me into a room, and he's just like, I don't even need to know what happened. He's like, I know you.
Enough
and
said.
I know it's not you. I know it's not going to be you. And to be fair,
Love that
none
uncle.
of them none of them questioned me or asked me anything. They're like, we know you.
Yeah.
And yeah, that really hit home for me.
Which is a testament as well.
It
to
really
how
is. And I was
you
just
are
like,
and how your family is.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, you know what, that kind of, that gave me all the strength I needed to get through that period, you know?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I got over it quite quick,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I suppose you were going through it for such a long time that when it came up to the whole point of divorce, it was almost as if, oh, it's a long time
I'm
coming.
not gonna lie to you, I felt like I could breathe again.
There you go.
It was like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. And I was like, thank God. I just remember crying every morning, you know, on the way to Cash and Carry, like, because I got roped into getting this restaurant. And it's just like every morning just crying, thinking, is this my life now?
Yeah.
And so, but there's so many people go through that.
You'd be surprised,
So
right?
many people go through that.
And they think it's normal. Well, not say normal, but they think that
They
that's
think it's
what
okay.
they should be doing.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah,
you know, that's not what life is about. And you know, like, there's more to life.
Yeah.
There's so much more to life, and there's so much time for you to be happy. And coming out of a relationship is not the end of the world. Like, if it's not right and it's wrong, and it's obviously wrong, you need to get out.
Yeah.
Or at least speak to someone and kind of, like, you know, bring yourself in check. Because sometimes when you're in a situation, you can't see the wood from the trees.
No, you can't.
You know, it's a bit difficult. So, and
Like, you feel something, but you can't put your finger on it and you don't know what to do.
yeah.
But you kind of feel it and you just think, oh, this feeling, it's not something that I should be feeling. So let me just like sweep it underneath the rug.
But no, it's just this, yeah, it's not right. And I just feel like so many relationships are failing now just because people just aren't
In it for the right reasons.
They're not in it for the right
Yeah.
reasons. And I can't even begin to tell you how many people are cheating. I see it all day, every day. You know? And it's
Wow.
just, and I'm kind of like, well, why are you in this? Can't walk out.
Yeah, do you know what? Actually, I've got a few friends like that as well.
Yeah. Can't walk
It's
out.
crazy.
What would my family say? What would everyone else say?
So, say, for those out there who are in that position, though, how are you doing now that you've done it, you've walked out, you've put your foot down,
I'm the
you're
best
breathing
person
better
I've
now?
ever been. I'm like the best
There you
version of
go.
me. I'm living my best life. It's the best thing I've ever done. I swear to God, I do not regret anything that's happened to me in my life. I can hand on my heart say that. Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, it was an easy journey, but you know what? It shaped me. It made me who I am. It gave me my strength. Like, it made me stronger. I had the support of my family, which, you know, really helped. But even if there's so many girls, like women out there, that don't have the support of their family, but you know what? Even them, you can get through it. Like, you know, there's nothing you can't get through or endure as a person.
Agreed.
You come into this world alone, you're going to leave alone. No one's coming with you. No one's there to hold your hand and babysit you and pat you on the back at every decision you make that's right, you know, that looks right in the eyes of other people. No, like, this is about you. This is your life, and this is about what you want and your happiness.
Yeah.
And it's only up to you. Like, only you can go and get that and take it. Yeah, you can piss some people off in the way, but you know what? They're
That's
not
what
living
you're
your
gonna have
life.
to do. Exactly.
Yeah, they're not living your life.
I am a very firm advocate of things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And I constantly say it to people and to myself that everything that goes on in your life and every road, obstacle, new path, door, window that comes along your way, it happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think in order for you to progress in life, in order for you to grow, it's you get through those things.
Yeah, of course, 100%. But yeah, it's just I think the key is just to work on yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, like, make sure, and like, don't settle. Just don't settle. And then, you know, and then go mess around because you're bored or it's not the right thing and you've just done it because you had to. No, so many people conform, settle down, and then they're miserable, and they're just living miserable lives. That's not what life's about.
Do you feel though you've been treated differently now that you are divorced? Because for me, for a long time it was always been, oh, are you married? And because I was in a relationship, then the first thing they'd say is, when are you getting married? Now that I'm married, they've kind of pushed that away, and the next question is, when are you having kids? So with you being divorced, do you feel like you've been asked different questions, you've been treated differently, you feel like you've been treated differently to how it would be if you were married?
When it first happened, Actually, even now sometimes as well, you kind of get the whole, oh,
Yeah.
poor girl. Oh,
Mhm.
in Punjabi, it's like, oh, vachari, right?
Oh,
You kind
yeah.
of get, oh, vachari, right? That kind of look, especially when you're at the temple and stuff from all the women, and they're kind of like, oh, like, and the thing is that people come up to me and keep talking to me about it like someone's died.
Till this day.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay,
it's not so
before,
bad.
okay.
But like, I mean, like, you haven't, because obviously, very quickly, very soon after, 6 months after I came back home, I moved out. I moved to West London,
Okay.
just because I just wanted to breathe. Like, I just needed a
course.
fresh start. You know, I ended up finding work around there,
Yeah.
so it was just
And you found it hard being
in the
in the
area.
same
Yeah,
community.
I just kind of needed out. I just needed, I needed to get out away from
You
it
need to
so I
clear it
can
all.
mentally deal with my stuff. And you know, and it's been the best growth period I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a person, it's just helped me be more independent. I actually feel like an adult. I handle my shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's.
I think
it's the
most
best thing I
importantly,
did.
you've kind of gotten through it.
Yeah.
Gotten through what you went to. You've put it in the past now.
Exactly, and it's like, you know, when you come here, it was like, oh right, well, find someone else now.
Yeah.
You know, well, you need to find someone else now. Not everyone's the same. Find that. You know, oh, so and so said this boy, and so said this boy. And guess what, Susan? They're all divorcees.
No, are they?
Yes, they will only suggest once you've got that stigma attached to you that you're divorced. People are only going to
just fall
introduce
into
you
that
to
category.
yeah, you fall into that category, and I'm just like, I'm all right, thank
Yeah.
you, but you know, I'm good.
That's so interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But it's. I suppose they're still trying to marry you off, though.
They're
so
still
that's
trying to marry me off. It's like, I don't want to get married. I'm all
You've
right.
just got a new
I've
title.
done it one time. I'm good. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm living my best life out here. Thank you.
Yeah. I agree. It all goes back down to the fact that you have to develop a relationship with yourself, and you have to be content with who you are in order for someone to come and say, I love the person who you are.
If you don't love yourself, how's anyone going to love you?
There you go.
I know. I'm not going to lie to you. I love myself. Still no one loves me.
You should.
I know. Oh, I'm freaking awesome.
I love you.
Oh, thanks,
Thank
Susan.
you.
See, don't, thanks. Should we go now?
That's it. Okay, bye.
Podcast over. My job's done. I got the girl. Yes.
Dumb divorce papers.
Yeah. No, please don't. We need him for the next podcast. We'll keep you around for a while.
Good point.
Don't worry. We still need him. We're not done with him yet. That's okay. Until we find a replacement. Keep it sweet, yeah?
There you go.
I'll give you permission.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
On the
sweet.
down though.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So it's really interesting how it doesn't really matter where you come from, where you've been, what your relationship status is or was. At the end of the day, the most important thing is that you find a relationship with yourself that you're content with and that you accept.
100%. I agree. And do you know what? I just want like people out there to understand that just because you're divorced, even if you've got kids, it doesn't make you any less of a catch to anyone else.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you still need to focus on yourself. You still need to be the best version of yourself. And it doesn't mean that that's it. You devote your life to your child, or that's it. You've been married once and, you know, you're not going to entertain it, or no one else is going to entertain it. Don't feel bad about it. Don't become a victim of it. Own it.
Yeah.
You know, own your story and, you know, use it to shape your life for a better life and what you want, as opposed to becoming a victim of it. And, you know, use it to empower yourself, as, you know, as a person. Like, so many of my clients come to me and they're just like so kind of like feeling sorry for themselves, like they're like this, like they've got this stigma against them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no.
But who
Why?
created that? Who created
Society.
this stigma and this marginalization of
It was
people
society.
Exactly.
Society created it. But guess what? It's normal now. Like back in the day, divorce was taboo. Now it's not. Like, you know, if people aren't happy, they change the situation.
Yeah.
Quite rightly.
And to be honest, it's not only divorce either. It's people who don't want to get married. It's people who wait to get married till they're later on 40s, 30, late 30s. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's about you doing you.
You do you.
You do you.
There you go.
Yeah. Like, forget timelines and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't exist. Like, you know, what for?
Be content in the life that you create
Exactly.
for yourself.
Go and like until you'll travel the journey that you want to travel, and you're at a point in life where you want to be and you're ready to do something. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't conform. Don't like give in to pressures and all that kind of stuff. It's not worth it.
And it's okay because you'll get through it.
Exactly. You will get through it. You've got us to help you get through it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. We got your back.
We've got you.
So on that note, thank you very much for listening to yet another episode of Spill the Char.
Until next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.